What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. Before we get into this video, just as a disclaimer, I've been pretty much a PlayStation guy my entire life. Since the PlayStation 2 days, I've always been relatively loyal with PlayStation consoles and their games. I do own the PlayStation 5 console and it's a beast, but I also had to go ahead and get Microsoft's Xbox Series S console. It's light, it's relatively small. You can just throw this in a backpack, maybe along with a foldable mobile monitor, so wherever you can get power, you can get playing. I unboxed this console a little bit over a week ago now, and I thought the packaging was really well put together. It just opened up right in front of you. It was really easy to find all the cables that you needed. The first one being the power adapter, and then the other cable being a high-speed HDMI cable. It is worth noting that this HDMI cable is a 2.0 cable and not a 2.1. This console is a beast for its size and at the price point of $299, and it can push out up to 120 frames per second, which is just nuts, but not at 4K. We can see on the back of the console, we have our Ethernet port, two super speed USB-A ports, an HDMI out port, the storage expansion slot, and then the power. Along with the console, of course, we got our Xbox Series controller. First Xbox controller I've ever owned. Of course, I've used some in the past, but I don't know, right off the bat for me, it's just not that comfortable of a controller. Just to have that, one of the analog sticks up to the left there a little, like, I don't know, man, it just doesn't feel comfortable. The controller is definitely a little tighter, and when we compare it to the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, this is so much more comfortable, and it feels much more next gen as it has haptic feedback, it has the adaptive triggers, all that amazing stuff in this controller. Compared to this one, it just, I don't know, a very, very minor upgrade from the Xbox One controller. Oh, and it takes batteries. I don't like this. It's 2020. Why are we still using replaceable batteries? Throughout me owning PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 controllers for the longest time, I never experienced battery issues on them. I understand where the Xbox people are coming from. If the batteries go bad, you don't have to replace the entire controller. But at the same time, how often are we seeing controllers fail because of the battery that's rechargeable? I don't know, those are just my thoughts. Maybe you guys think something different. Setting up the console was fairly easy and quick. Using the Xbox app on my phone, I was able to log in with my Microsoft account into the Xbox Series S without a problem. With the Xbox operating system now installed onto the Xbox Series S, that left me about a little bit over 350 gigabytes of space to work with when I originally started at 512. Not a lot of space to work with, especially when you could get one game on there that could take up over 100 gigs just by itself. That's when that extra storage comes into play, but that's like another $220, and at that point you might as well have gotten the Xbox Series X. But since I went ahead and purchased Game Pass, there's just so many games in that library. Once I'm done playing a couple games, I can just delete them, rotate them out, and then add in new games to fill up that remaining space. It was nice that Game Pass for the first month is just $1, and then the rest of the months after that is $15 a month, which isn't too bad, especially since they also include Xbox Live Gold, so I can play online. I really couldn't play much, if anything at all, without having Xbox Live Gold. I got to experience playing Rocket League against bots without having multiplayer access, but other than that, I really needed Xbox Live Gold to get a full gaming experience on this Xbox. So having Game Pass with Xbox Live as Game Pass Ultimate is great, and I think it's perfect for families, maybe kids, people who like to play a variety of games. If I was someone who only stuck to a select few games, then maybe it would make sense just to buy those few games outright and then just have Xbox Live Gold so I can still play multiplayer, online, all that good stuff, and it would be cheaper than having Game Pass Ultimate. Now, since my channel goes into how to record and capture gameplay, of course I had to test out those features on the Xbox, and I was quite happy with the results. Though I could only record up to 3 minutes at 720p on the internal storage, I did like the fact that the clips I made could be shared on OneDrive, which is a cloud platform, so that I could share files between my computer and my phone easily. No USB. This is a major advancement over what the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 offer to you. You can only share your clips via Twitter and YouTube, And other than that, you gotta move it to a USB device. I've been saying for the longest time, why doesn't PlayStation have some sort of cloud storage solution so that we don't have to keep using a computer or USB sticks to try to share files easily? I basically want something that I can quickly share with my phone. Those of you guys that like to use Elgato capture cards are gonna like this next part, but you don't need the chat link cable to record your gameplay audio or party chat. All of the audio recorded on the Xbox can be outputted to your headphones and to the TV or over HDMI at the same time. Just because you plug in your headphones to the Xbox controller doesn't mean the audio stops coming out to the TV. You can mute the TV or do whatever you want with it, but the audio flows through both channels. That's why it's so easy to record audio off of Xbox consoles. You don't have to go through the mess of disabling HTTP to record gameplay or stream and then having to turn it back on when you want to watch Netflix or something. At the end of the day, why did I decide to pick up my first Xbox console ever when I've always been with PlayStation? Main thing is, I'm tired of the console wars, guys. I don't care anymore. I don't care about being dedicated or loyal to a particular brand or console. These companies aren't doing anything for us except taking our money. Let's just be honest. Those are the facts. I really wanted to experience what it was like to own an Xbox console, see the user experience, learn the UI, do tutorials on this channel about this console, and then also just play the variety of games offered to me through Game Pass. I finally have a machine, since I don't own a PC, that I can have Game Pass on in case I ever want to just play an assortment of games, or if I see a game on there that I like, I can just drop the $15 for that month, play that game, and then have access to that entire game library, play what I wanted to play, and some others. One game I was really looking forward to experiencing was Halo Infinite. That wasn't able to be a launch title with these consoles. It just wasn't ready. But I'd rather have a more complete game than a game that's not together yet. Game Pass is starting to look more and more like Netflix for gaming. I'm not gonna sit here and make it look like it has everything. It definitely doesn't. It doesn't have 2K. It doesn't have Call of Duty. It's missing Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, those are huge titles it doesn't have. But if you're a person who just wants to play a variety of games, you're not really into the big exclusive titles, then this could work great for you. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.